Hi guys, welcome back to our vanilla builder. So today we'll work on improving our city and mainly try to solve a few issues with public transport, especially the tram network. We'll also expand our highway link and continue filling our main city and new areas, including downtown, using our new DLC, Skyscrapers. Today's focus will be mostly on solved problems. Before we start, I want to quickly share something. After the latest update, I've had an issue with my save game. After saving, the game sometimes crashes and doesn't save. That's a big problem actually. I tried to manage it carefully, and somehow the save is still working. I hope this issue gets fixed in the next patch notes. I think the update is coming today, Wednesday, so hopefully it's resolved soon. Another thing, if you checked the official Skylines Discord, you probably saw that I received a free DLC code. I chose the creator pack Leisure Venues. But honestly, I don't need this creator pack since I already have it, so I would like to give it away for free. I only have one code. I wish I could give one to everyone, but there is only one. If you want it, you can see the pack on the screen. Just drop any comment under this video. Until the end of this week, so next week, I will prepare a small stream and randomly choose someone from the comments to receive it for free. If you don't need it but want to give it to a friend, you can still join. Of course, I prefer if you watch and subscribe, but it's not required. You don't need to be subscribed to participate, it's completely up to you. So if you want the creator pack, just comment something like I want, I need, or anything like that, and I will give it away for free. Thank you, and let's start building. So first, I would like to solve the issues with the tram network. In our new area, we don't have enough trams. In our city loop downtown, also not enough trams. And in our other district as well, we're lacking trams. Currently, we have one tram depot here, fully upgraded, and all 15 out of 15 trams are already in use. That's why we need one more tram depot. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I want to place the next depot in this service area. We already have the bus depot, taxi depot, and road maintenance depot here, so it makes sense to add the tram depot as well. Let me temporarily remove all these parking lots. We probably don't need them here right now, and later we can spread parking spots across the city or demolish them completely if unnecessary. I'll also temporarily remove the taxi depot since we may need to rebuild it and reduce the garage extension. This commercial zone unfortunately needs to be removed too, because this whole area will be used for depots and service facilities, and I think another tram depot should fit perfectly here. We might even be able to add 2 depots and fully cover all tram traffic. All depots will be located here because I want to remove the old depot from the previous spot for sure. I'm planning to turn that area into some kind of commercial or mixed zone later. Anyway, let's start rebuilding this service area and I'll be back shortly. So, almost done. I'm just thinking about what to do around here. Now we have the radio mast, which can be expanded, but I think we also have a bigger tower under Telecom. Yeah, the Telecom tower. Let's unlock it just in case. And yeah, I think I will place this Telecom tower here since it covers almost the entire city. Then let's remove the old small radio mast and replace it with the Telecom tower somewhere around here. Yes, this looks good. It's pretty tall, but that's really necessary for internet connection, I believe. And for tower itself, there's no upgrade, so we'll keep it as is. Let's also make a small layout around it. Maybe extend the path to here. I might demolish this road and make it a one-way road. That should be enough. And this parking spot, let's add it somewhere here. Maybe up to here. This empty area we'll decorate later. So, almost done. Let's finish it quickly, and I'll be back shortly. So that's done. It looks quite good. Not perfect, but good enough for now. I think this service area fits very well between each district, and from now on we'll be able to cover all tram lines with enough trams. For the next step, I want to add one more highway connection to the city in this spot, because as we can see, traffic is already starting to here. Before, I added a temporary one-way road for entering the city, and now it's getting busier and busier. So that's why I want to properly build a highway link here, next to the bridge. This will probably become one of the busiest entrances and exits in the city, since it's so close to the industrial zone. Later on, I'll also connect the industrial zone through another bridge from this district, but that will be for later. For now, let's make the final highway link here. I think this was our initial plan, and after this we don't need any more city entry exits. This should be enough. So let's demolish this temporary connection and also temporarily remove the power line to the city. It will be more convenient for us to build, and once we finish this highway connection, this whole area will be almost done. Then we can properly zone everything. This part will probably become the edge of the city with low residential, I believe, and all other necessary zones. We might also add some additional services here later, like another bus depot or even another tram depot. Because of the different ground levels, I will try to keep the terrain as much as possible without flattening it. That makes the build a bit more challenging, but also more natural. And we'll keep a U-type highway connection, which for me feels more efficient in terms of lane behavior, lighting simulation, and overall traffic flow. Okay, let's build it, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, that's done. It looks good to me. This highway ramp is very close to the default one we have in the games. Yeah, it's very similar to this one. For me, it's basically the same design, just adapted to our road layout. Let's remove this part. This section cannot be removed yet, so we'll need to fix that later. Anyway, I think it's good, and I tried to make it as smooth as possible and see how it works. I believe this will solve most of the traffic entering the city from here. There shouldn't be traffic here anymore. So wait, I forgot to connect the power line. Let's fix that right now. Just a temporary connection. So that was the issue. So next point, my biggest concern is this in city small intersection. I realized a lot of cars coming from this side and from the other side are using the middle highway instead of the faster right highway. Let me show an example. Let's pause. Maybe this police car. No, the police car uses the proper route. Let's speed up. Maybe a taxi will show it. So, exactly. Here's a taxi coming from outside the city, going into the city, but it doesn't use our nearby intersection. Instead, it goes to this middle intersection to enter downtown, but ideally, it should be using this right side highway connection to enter the city. The main reason is probably because the distance from this highway link to the city is longer compared to going around through the old intersection. So the game chooses the shorter path. That's why I'm thinking, to balance traffic, I should reconnect this highway with a shorter, more direct road into the city. My expectation from the beginning was that half of the traffic would come from left highway, half from the right highway, and the middle one would be used depending on the destination, Green Park, downtown, or central areas. But right now, too many cars skip the right side connection. So I'll rebuild this road and connect it somewhere here, as short as possible, so people start using this highway link properly. Let me build that quickly and I'll be back shortly. Okay, it's done. It looks quite good, I think. We've got a new connection to the city and it's pretty smooth and clean. I think it's good. Some people are walking here, which is strange. Maybe some bug. We'll see later. Let's just watch how it works and how it helps improve traffic distribution from this side. Next part, since we now have high demand for medium residential, let's add more medium residential to our new district. We'll place some here and also expand this side maybe up to here. And this empty spot will turn into a small park. Also, this road connection looks a bit strange. Let's make it more consistent with the main road rather than the side road. This looks a little better. Anyway, we'll keep it like this. And mixed residential, offices and residential, maybe some commercial, we can start placing from here. I think even up to here and up to here. And on this side, just simple residential, like this should be fine. I'm a little concerned about this area. Maybe we can make a side-to-side small park. Let's remove a bit. Maybe later we'll add a park or even a signature building. Not sure yet. Let's see how it works. So, for the next part, from the latest update, I want to start adding some new signature skyscraper buildings to our main downtown. And if we check, we can only build 2 from the residential category and 2 from the mixed use category. Commercial ones are still locked, still need to level up, and from offices, 2 buildings are available as well, but all these buildings are not too high. So we have more new signature buildings locked. We'll check later. At least for now, I think I'll add this one, Lighthouse Point. I don't want to use Bell Greek because it requires too much space. So let's use Lighthouse Point. I think we can add it somewhere on this side. Let's remove this road. Okay, maybe here. Yes, this looks okay. To be honest, with all my buildings, it's not super visible because my downtown layout isn't a simple grid. Each building has a different rotation and size. That's why the unique buildings don't stand out too much compared to all the highway side buildings. Anyway, one more thing. I will keep this middle area empty for future high-rise buildings once they unlock. This section will probably be offices or maybe one more super high residential tower. And for this side, maybe we add another signature building, either from offices or mixed use. Emerald Tower or Dockland Tower. Dockland Tower looks nice, but maybe we need a better spot. Emerald Tower gives a smoother transition from low to high. I think Emerald Tower fits well somewhere here. Yes, like here. What do you think? This looks good. I think it's a good spot for this building. Okay, that's done. So we added 2 new buildings. Later on, we'll add more and more, and I want to slowly raise the skyline to make it more unique. So that's all for today's episode. We built a new highway, which looks quite good to me, to be honest. Traffic is better, and even though we now have higher traffic entering the city, that's probably because we expanded our new area. The tram line issue is solved, the new district is starting to grow, and the city itself is developing step by step. We also added 2 new buildings from the latest update, and I think there are still many challenges ahead. I'm also thinking about next year's season. Maybe I'll start an additional project to create better content and build cities faster and more efficiently. So if you enjoy the series, please like, subscribe, Feel free to drop any comments, suggestions, or feedback. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you want to get the free DLC code I received from the official Discord during the Bridges and Ports launch event, just leave any comment under this video. I'll randomly choose someone during a short stream to keep everything clear. Thank you for watching and have a good one. See you soon.